Okay, welcome to the Claims of Truth Healing Circle. It is great to see you all here. My name is Bonnie Sachs, and I am your host tonight. My name is Bonnie Sachs, and I am the one who does the Claims of Truth Healing Circle. And I am once again very excited, very happy to be here tonight, the Monday night before we celebrate Thanksgiving here in the States, because there are people watching this from all over, and not everybody celebrates, but it's that time of year for lots of holidays, lots of celebrations, lots of people gathering together for all different kinds of reasons. And so it's another reason why I love doing these healing circles. It's an opportunity for us to come together in community, for us to come together with an intention of putting more love and more joy, more high frequencies into the field. And the more we put our intentions and our high frequencies, our designs and things like that into the field, the more the field transforms, the more the field goes up in frequency. So it is a beautiful opportunity in all sorts of ways. So we're going to go ahead and get started. So may it be with a blessing as I cast a circle of light, specifying that only Source, Creator God, and my healing team be present for tonight's Claims of Truth Healing Circle, where we are going to be looking at a claim of truth that is taken from Paul Selig's most recent book, A World Made New. And the claim of truth is on page 63. If you have the book, you are welcome to take a look at it with me, but we're going to be working with this claim of truth where we have an opportunity to look at those who are in pain, those who are in fear, those who are in some form of deceit, those who have some awareness of famine. We're going to look at those and lift them up. So may it be with a blessings of Source that we continue to remember where we all have come from, who we are in truth, and why we are here, how we serve. With that, we say Amen and Aho. And I'd like to welcome everybody here tonight. It is fabulous to see you. I know there are a lot of people that are in the process of preparing for the holidays and traveling to be with loved ones. So I certainly appreciate all the love and support for those of you who are here and are willing to help me work on the field. So as I said, tonight's claim of truth, which in Paul Selig's newer books, they talk about them being attunements, but the attunement comes from A World Made New. And I just have to take just a moment to just be like, oh my gosh, this book is just such an amazing book. And every time I pick it up to read it, every time I put it into my ears to listen to it, I have another round of, this is such a fabulous book. And I do keep asking, like, is this something that I'll be able to teach someday soon? This would be really awesome. Let's plan that to teach it. So hopefully we'll put more of that into the field. And hi Athena, it is welcome. What is it? It is really good to see you. That's what I'm saying. It's really good to see you. So, our claim of truth comes from this book, and it is on page 63. And the attunement is: to all who know pain, I know you in love. To all who know fear, I know you in courage. To all who know deceit, I know you in truth. And to all who know famine, I see you in plenty. I know who you are. I know what you are. I know how you serve. So this claim of truth, I have read it a few times, and every time I read it, I just have the opportunity to be like, I just want to say it to more people, to get it out more into the field. This, like, I know there are people that are out there in pain. I know there are people that are in deep fear. I know there are people who are in some sort of deceit. And there are definitely people who know famine. And the more we can put this out into the field, the more we can transform it. So that is what we're going to be doing tonight. I always love that there is a moment of me going, I don't know, that's a really tall order. How are we going to get all of that done? And it always is done. It's always completely amazing and fabulous. So just keep trusting it all. And I encourage you all to do that as well. So let's take a moment. How are you all doing? Now that we know what the claim of truth is, how are you all doing? You know, we have a new moon on Sunday, still a few days away, a new moon on Sunday, and it is going to be a really powerful moon, an opportunity for us to trust more. And I don't know about you guys. Feel free to share with me what you're going through, but I just feel like it's been intense lately. That there's just been a lot of the energy around everything just feels like it's amped up, and that there's a lot of change in the air, which, you know, we don't particularly like change, but there's also that piece, like, you know, when the seasons change, when we get to change our wardrobe, when we get to change things out, that like, yes, this is a great thing. And Athena, you and I must be on the same wavelength here, because I see, you know, you're talking about cleaning around the house. Saturday, I purged and cried a lot and then cleaned around the house. Yes, yes, yes. Moving mountains. A lot of things around family had me feeling sad. Sunday and today, I feel better. Yeah, right. I had moments of that this weekend as well. It was really interesting for me because I've been having this like push pull with my daughter about Thanksgiving, and I finally like checked in and realized we were doing Thanksgiving, we're not doing some mediocre version of it. And I realized that I had this sadness around my mom. You know, if you don't know, my mom passed away in March, so this is the first Thanksgiving that I haven't had her around. But it's been a lot of Thanksgivings that we have not been together for Thanksgiving, and that didn't matter. That it was that she wasn't around for me to talk to. She wasn't around for me to reminisce with. And so I had the best cry in the shower. And I really, as I was bawling my eyes out, I was wondering to myself, did I ever really cry about this? Did I ever let myself just experience this? And then I could go, oh, that felt really good. It really did. And I did do a lot of cleaning. So lots of things moving out, and happy for the healings around all of that stuff, because the more consciousness we bring to it, the more we can transform it. So it is a great thing to recognize. I love the awareness, Athena, that you had, about just getting the part like, oh, I'm sad. Okay, I'm sad. And then I'm going to just keep moving those low frequencies out. So awesome, awesome stuff. That's fabulous. So, or you probably know, that with everything, when you heal it in yourself, what you see out there, whatever it is you're seeing out there, the anger, the fear, the pain, the unworthiness, the shame, the blame, all those things that are happening out there in the world, you see it out there, and then you recognize it in yourself. You recognize that if you're seeing it out there, you're seeing it because it's inside of you somewhere, right? You're seeing it because it's inside of you. And so we recognize that. And then we go, okay, so where am I going to heal that in me? So the first thing we're going to take a look at is where do you have some pain? Pain is a frequency. Where do you have some pain that you want to transform? Hey, Kate, it is great to see you. You get to ask, where is there some pain that you want to transform? The frequency of pain. And it can look like a lot of things. And if you would like, you can always ask for it to look a certain color, or to assign it an emoji, because that can sometimes help. Where you go, oh yeah, show it to me as a sad face. And then you start seeing where all those sad faces show up in your body. Show it to me as a sad face. Athena, sternum, fabulous place. Fabulous, fabulous place. I was actually thinking it was going to be my sternum, and it is not my sternum. It is back here in my brainstem, sort of more on the right hand side, and I can actually feel that it's starting to, that it actually radiates down underneath my ear. And there are a lot of channels, a lot of channels. So if you ever want a nice healing, you just put your hands here underneath your ears. It's amazing how many things you can heal in there. So whether you have an awareness of where it is or not, we are going to give you a healing. Of course, my healing team is like connecting with your higher self and going, what would you like? Let's get that done. Hey, Ella, it's good to see you. I am so happy that you're here. Low back, awesome spot. I have been having some low back things too. And it just amazes me on one level, like, what is that? And where did it come from? And holy cow, let's move that. So yeah, happy to help you with that as well. All great places. And it's a reminder for us that we're not stuck with anything. We are not stuck with anything. You are not stuck with low back pain or heartache or any of that stuff. On a regular basis, you can just ask to heal it, ask to transform it, ask to move whatever it is out. It's always done. We don't always trust it. Or what happens for most of us is our higher self goes, okay, well, we'll go ahead and take care of that. And now we're going to show you the next piece. And so we think that we're not actually doing it. So, hey, gentlemen, thanks. I appreciate that. Just happens to be a decent hair day. So we are asking about where we have pain that we want to heal. Pain that we want to heal. Because when we heal it in ourselves, we can then heal it in others. What we do for one, we do for all. Cricket, heartache, 40 years. Yep, that's a really long time. You know what's even more disturbing is that I have friends that I've known for 40 years, and that doesn't even mean my whole life. When did that happen? And lots of love and grace to you, Cricket, as you go through that. And it's important to remind ourselves that, everybody passes when it's their time to go, and we just keep healing those places where we miss them, where we think we did it wrong, where we should have, all of that stuff. Channeling. Back. Yep, it actually is the spot between your neck and your sternum is an awesome spot, gentlemen. Perfect spot. And it isn't actually everywhere. I'm going to reassign more beings that want to tell you that you just have it everywhere. Okay. Athena, your breathing has been labored lately. I'm unsure where it's coming from. It is coming from fear. It is coming from your nervous system. I see a lot of it in your diaphragm, Athena. And for me, it's been just crazy how much fear is in the field, as well as how much more I am aware of what is in the field. So I have a lot of times that I just am I was telling my friend Joan today, there are times where, I was driving to her house and I just ran through a miasm of fear. And it was just strange because I'm just driving along and I'm fine. And then all of a sudden I feel myself, oh my God, what in the world is this? And I'm like, wow, to have that awareness, then to remind myself that I'm totally fine, and to find out what it is, and then remind myself that I'm totally fine. So, Kate, we're going to give you and Athena a healing on that fear. Yeah, it creates a lot of havoc in our bodies. The fear can do crazy things. Even after all these years, I'm still like, wow, it is amazing how detrimental fear can be and how easy it is to transform, just like that. So Kate will help you with your pain in your sacrum and your neck. I've had those sore eyes. There are times I just even just touching my eyes, I'm like, wow, they're so sore. And then my muscles. Saturday I was wiped out. I went for a walk, came home, and I felt like I was done for the day. It was a lot. So we just keep following the guidance of our higher self, trusting how it shows up. Like, I thought I was going to be doing a lot of things. I had this long list of things to do on Saturday. Instead, I spent a lot of time just reading and kind of hanging out with my husband and just being with my cats and just really taking it easy on another level. So trust your higher self as it shows up. So the claim is, to all who know pain, I know you in love. To all of you in pain, I know you in love. Next one, ask your higher self, where do you have some more fear? You guys are jumping ahead. Some fear that you want to move. My fear is in my sternum. Whoop. Yep. It just comes up and it starts going, oh, it's like aching and just, oh my God. And I go, oh no, that's okay. I'm all right. I'm all right. I've even started having, I really want to judge it, weird fears about my kids. Last night, I think it was last night in the middle of the night, I woke up and I kept dreaming that my grandson was like a balloon and popped. Go figure. You'd think I was like watching way too much Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory or something. And it was just crazy. And I had to keep reminding myself, all right, this is not real. This is just fear. Fear is not real. Keep filling myself up with some higher frequencies and reminding myself that I am way more powerful than any low frequency. You can tell yourself that too. To all who know fear, I know you in courage. To all who know fear, I know you in courage. To all who know fear, I know you in courage. This life that we're living is not for it's not for the faint. And we are all way more powerful, way, way more powerful than we know, than we remember. That's why you're here. That's exactly why you're here. So, if you have another spot of fear that you'd like to work on, Kate, I got you for your sacrum and your musculoskeletal system. The breathing. Free that up. To all who know deceit, I know you in truth. To all who know deceit, I know you in truth. You are free, you are free, you are free. Behold, I make all things new. You all know that what we do for one, we do for all. What we do for one, we do for all. So, giving someone a healing in their throat, we give healings to everybody in their throat. And it's a reminder for me as well as for you that we do that and we can trust that. And it's that easy for it to be done. Done, done, done. So Kate, yep, your eyes do show up. And we have a lot of low frequencies everywhere. Like you can't touch a spot on me that I don't have some low frequencies. I could touch my toes. I mean, literally, no matter where you touch on me, I have low frequencies. It's part of what we have been doing. We have been in service to the light. We've been in service to the light the entire time that we have been here on the planet. And so we work on your eyes, and then we work on everything else that shows up, but you don't have to worry it. You can just go, okay, I'm just trusting that everything is getting done exactly as it needs to get done. Everything is getting done. Got a lot of sternums lighting up right now. You just keep moving the fear. I had somebody send me a text. They lied to me. They lied to me. And I was like, it's so interesting to me as a reminder that we lie because we go into fear. That's lying is fear personified. We're afraid of the repercussions. We're afraid of somebody getting mad at us. We're afraid that someone's going to stop loving us, that they're going to punish us in some way. And so that piece in this claim of truth, to all who know deceit, I know you in truth. It's that reminder. Kate, there are different people who have different service agreements to the light, but yes, absolutely, everybody is in service to the light. Every last soul is in service to the light. And that is a great reminder for all of us, because of course we've heard it over and over again, that what you put in darkness, you put yourself right there next to them, and we are all in service to the light. We just have different agreements, different ways that we show up. And everybody here has been of huge service to the light. Everybody out there has been in huge service to the light in all different ways. So the last piece for the claim of truth is, to all who know famine, I see you in plenty. To all who know famine, I see you in plenty. So often when I think of famine, I think about it in terms of food, but in truth, it is not just about food. It is about us feeling in lack about a lot of things, just being in lack. So if you have something in particular that is showing up for you, a spot in particular for you that is showing up where you are like, oh, I know exactly where I am feeling in lack and where I want the healing, feel free to put it in the chat. Janelyn, I already know you're going to say it's everywhere, but in truth it is not. So ask where that is. Kate, in your sternum, yep. My lack actually right now is in my sacrum. Actually takes me a moment to stop and be able to say sacrum and not sternum. Janelyn, yeah, your sternum too. We're also gonna work on everybody's third eye, because the third eye is where we get a lot of that information from, right? A lot of those pictures. So working on that. That's why I have a healing team. Worker. Yes. Thank you. So as we heal those places in us, we can start to heal the places in other people, right? That's just what we do for one, we do for all. Take care of my sternum. I start working on my sternum, and then everybody around me starts getting the healings on their sternum. So, for whatever reason, my higher self loves to wake me up in the middle of the night. I spend a lot of nights up for an hour and a half, 2 hours, and I have really gotten used to it. I used to get really triggered and get really aggravated, and now I'm kind of like, all right, so the sooner we get to what I'm supposed to be getting in the middle of the night, the sooner I can maybe go back to sleep. And so last night, I kept seeing containers. Now, containers in the energetic world exist everywhere. I have a container for myself, right? That I work on for myself, and it's the container that I put lots of high frequencies in, and that's my relationship with myself. Each of you have a container for yourself. You also have a container for each one of your relationships. So the relationship with your spouse or your parents or your siblings, your children, with the people you work with. Your work environment is a container. If you own a business, that's a container. There's lots of containers. So last night, I had this knowingness to look at my container. And so I was like, all right, I'll bite. Show me my container. And all I could see was like a black hole. There was like nothing. There was no container. There was no contents. There was just a black hole. And so I did exactly what I'm telling you to do. I gave myself a healing. I gave myself a healing. All right, whatever it is that makes me think that my relationship with myself is just a black hole, let me have a healing. Where is it that I have that black hole? My hand went to my brainstem, my hand went to my third eye, and I sat there for a while. And then I was just like, okay, just keep blessing it, just keep blessing it, just keep trusting it, how it shows up. And then when my arms got tired being in that position, I was laying down. I was like, all right, show me my container. And at one point I saw just a little bit of gold, and it kind of looked like a basket weave. And I was like, okay, where else do I have a black hole? It's like, oh, in my throat. And then I worked on that. And then after I worked on that, I asked to see my container again. And each time I worked on something, more of my container, my relationship with myself container showed up. And it's that place where I had to just keep trusting and giving myself a healing and then asking again. And I don't have patience for that in my regular day. My higher self knows that. My higher self wakes me up in the middle of the night so we can do it then, because I'm willing to do what I need to do to get back to sleep. So, all of that to say to you all that when you notice something that is showing up out in your field, you start asking the questions. Janelyn, you can ask where you're getting triggered by your dogs waking up an hour earlier. And really, your dog should be waking up later, right? Is that right? Because we fell back. So the real time, instead of 7:30 right now, it would be 8:30. But the point is for you to ask, where is it in you that you're getting triggered by that? And then ask for the healing there. Oh, it's really in my throat. Okay. I'm just going to put my hands on my throat and say, yo, somebody help me. And then I ask, okay, do I need to heal something else? Do that, right? We just keep doing what shows up, trusting how it shows up. In the process of me talking, we have been moving pictures of famine. We've been moving movies and frames, if you have that frequency, past or present. We've been moving those things. Holy cow, it is getting warm. It's getting warm in here. Whew. You're triggered that you don't have a dog attendant. Yeah, I get that. When we had a dog, I used to be like, why is it always me? Actually, now that we have cats, I still go, why is it always me? Give myself a healing and just keep trusting him. Okay. Abundance is on the way. Everybody take a look. Everybody has a gift of abundance. A lot of them look like cornucopias, you know, those cornucopias that they have at Thanksgiving time. A cornucopia filled with abundance, filled with more union. Filled with more creativity. I love creativity. I've been using a lot of that. Trust, trust, trust. Where are you putting your cornucopia? I'm putting mine in my third eye, so I can see my abundance. There you go. Channeling, frontal, third eye. Awesome place. Awesome, awesome. Cool. So, am I? Okay. I was going one direction. Apparently, I'm not. So, in the on the page before the claim of truth, if you have read any of Paul's stuff, you know that occasionally Paul will ask questions of Melchizedek. And so Paul asks the questions, what do we do in practical ways in situations as I find myself in or as my neighbors do? Like practical situations, what do I do? How do I navigate what is going on in the world right now? And their answer is, you feed your neighbor when he is hungry. You house your neighbor when she requires shelter. And you listen to the ones who need to cry with a deep compassion that comes from an awareness that she is still learning through the crucible she faces. Do not deny her pain. Do not deny his learning. Hold them to your heart if you can, and bless them in their way. You do what you can with your hands. You have been given hands to work with, to hold the hands of your fellows, to offer them food or embrace. However, what you don't do is to turn the other eye. Assume someone else will do this for you, or that the government will fill the role when you have ample to give. When you understand that those that are facing change are facing themselves first and foremost in changed circumstances, the compassion you have for them will be enormous. Now, prayer is useful, yes, but not sanctimonious prayer. Yes, indeed, pray for those who have lost their homes. Yes, pray for the widow who lost her husband. Yes, pray for the children who lost their school, lost their father, or lost their belief to believe in God because of the circumstances they find themselves in. But to know who they are, truly know, realizes who they are and can only be in truth. The recognition of the inherent divine in anyone, in anything, will actually alter the fabric, the physical form, and the energetic body of the one being seen at this level of tone. Then they say, you may say these words after we speak them. To all who know pain, I know you in love. To all who know fear, I know you in courage. To all who know deceit, I know you in truth. And to all who know famine, I see you in plenty. I know who you are. I know what you are. I know how you serve. Isn't that beautiful? Isn't that amazing? Those words are just really powerful for me. And that place where when we speak it, when we speak anything, we are speaking into a field that is charged, that is energized to create exactly what we are speaking. So I sometimes sit around the dinner table and I start creating these possibilities that there will be people who start, taking on the job of feeding everyone in America and taking on the job of housing everyone in America. And every once in a while, my son will be like, oh, Mom, you just constantly say that stuff. It doesn't make a difference. It's not changing anything. And then I say, but what it is doing is charging the field, telling the field what we want, telling the field that we are ready to resolve these issues, to heal these low frequencies, to house and feed everyone who needs to be housed and fed. And so for all of us here tonight, I'm creating more of that as you all continue to say these words out loud into the field with intention, and we transform it all. It's how the field works. It's literally what we do all the time. I use this example. I think it's a fabulous one. How did we get our phones? Because enough people sat around and said, wow, wouldn't that be cool if those communicators that Star Trek talked about in the 1960s were actually possible? How can we make it possible? They spoke it into a creative field and the answers started coming back. So we continue to just love and bless, love and bless. I encourage you to just put as many people into your blessings, into your prayers as possible, because it changes everything. It changes everything. On Thursday, Care did a gratitude ceremony, and one of her mantras included the words, "There can be no lack in an infinite universe, in an infinite field, created with an infinite supply." Think about that for a moment. If everything you created with was in an infinite environment with infinite healing, how can there be lack? There can't. It's infinite. So, with those ideas in mind, I would love for you all, in whatever way shows up for you, we're going to gift, design, create, bless the shelters, the food pantries, the people who are having concerns about money, about food, about their relationships, about their jobs. We're just going to keep loving and blessing it, loving and blessing it over and over and over again. And as I do that, when I notice that something shows up in me, I'm like, but what about me? Oh, let me heal that place in me that I think I am separate from all those out there. So I ask you, if you have an awareness of a place where what about me has shown up, and it's no issue whatsoever, there's no judgment, there's no fear, there's nothing around that, because it shows up for all of us. Right? We've been carrying this stuff around for lifetimes. Lifetimes. I grew up with a dad who used to say, what do you think? Money grows on trees? I don't know. Could somewhere. Yes, Janelyn, your sternum lights up like a Christmas tree. Whatever it is, however it shows up for you. I see in the container there's a bunch of people that have these old pictures, movies, ideas that are running that are like, you don't understand what my life was like. You don't know my story. And it's like, absolutely. But what I know is that you can heal that. You are not stuck with any of it. You're not stuck with the fear, the pain, the anger, the confusion, the unconsciousness, the atheist. You're not stuck with any of it. You really aren't. It is a process of keep tuning it up, taking it all up, and then we just keep healing it all. So we see for others until they can see it for themselves. Now, sometimes the we is Kara seeing it for me because I can't see it for myself. I'm seeing it for you because you can't see it for yourself. You are seeing it for your kids, for your coworkers, for your neighbors, because they can't see it for themselves. Seems like we're all tied together. Seems like we're really all connected. We are. What can we do in practical ways? Do what we can. Well, you don't understand, Bonnie. I don't have a lot of money. No, I do understand. You can just keep blessing and blessing and blessing and blessing and taking it all up in frequency. And every time you look at somebody with pity or with fear or with misunderstanding, that you catch yourself and you go, oh, that's right. They're me. They are me in a different set of clothes, in a different body, but they are me. Let me love them. Let me love them. Let me love them even more. Do you have to go up to them and say anything? Nope. Melchizedek says regularly you do not have to have dinner with them. Unless, of course, you invited them to Thanksgiving. Then you have to have dinner with them. But you just keep blessing them and blessing them and blessing them and blessing them. Speaking of blessings, there are loads of blessings coming in for each and every one of us. There is a big table, a banquet table, and there are gifts everywhere. So I'd like you to take a moment to ask for a gift for your throats. Ask for a gift for your throats. Now, you may see gifts in terms of geometrics. You may see gifts in terms of colors. You might see gifts in terms of food. All of that is possible. You might see it in terms of gems or jewels. I see a chalice. I see a chalice for me. And the chalice is actually blue. It's very King Arthur, that's what I was thinking of. Very King Arthurish. A chalice that was made of blue, and there's lots of gold inside. And I am going to take that chalice and I'm going to put it right back here in the back of my head. Feel free to gift yourself like mad. Now, whether your personality is doing it or not, I can see your higher selves are like, and I'll take one of these and 3 of these and 2 of those. See, God love your higher self. Yes. Allah, you're welcome. I'm not scared of them, but my gold gift is praying hands on a bookshelf and tons of what I thought was black yarn or tiny black feathers turned into black spiders. Yeah. There aren't any black spiders, but that is a lot of fear. The frequency of fear. Do, 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 do. Okay, helping you with that. Where are you putting that statue? Do, 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 do. Your higher self, Kate, really wants you to move those, move the fear, move the spiders, move the beings. So, like that, off they go. Janet, a purple crystal heart necklace. Look at that. Way to manifest. That purple, part of the purple that's in that necklace is the benevolence frequency. Way to rock a high frequency. What else am I gathering? Salad tongues? Really? Salad tongues, okay. See, there's no explanation for it. So my salad tongues are going in my sacrum. Okay. I'm putting salad tongues. They actually look like wooden salad tongs, and when I ask what the frequencies are, I see recreation. And that new frequency that came onto the planet last week, Olympia, it is coppery. I wanted to say bronze. I was like, no, that's not it. It's a coppery. So it kind of has that look of wood. So I'm putting those in my sacrum. And I'm going back for more. I hope you all are going back for more, more, more. All right, a platter. Okay. Oh, so it looks like a platter I would use for Thanksgiving, maybe put my turkey on, but it is actually a disc, a spinning disc. And so I am going to take that disc. Feel free to grab some discs of your own. Remember, infinite supply, there are plenty, and I'm actually putting it in my stomach. Hope you all grab yourselves some plates, some silverware. This is the best place to grab silverware and put it in your body. Do not do that when you go to Thanksgiving this week. Or when you go out to dinner. You can't do that either, you know. You cannot take the silverware and put it in your body, but you can here. I'm taking an apple and I'm putting the apple right there on my third eye. It's a lot of freedom frequency. You know, when I first started doing this work, I hated energy games. Hated them. Hated them. I was like, oh, why do we have to do these? These are so stupid. I hate them. And we used to do them in class because our class was live, was in person. And Care would have us go around the room and say, and what is your gift? And I would always be thinking, whatever. It is a cup and it's green. And I had about that much enthusiasm. And then somewhere along the way, I realized that there were no right answers, that it was okay, whatever I said was perfect, that if I spoke that I had a green teacup with purple liquid in it, that a green teacup with purple liquid was right there, right in front of me. And I could take that and put it wherever I wanted. And then it actually went there. So, just a reminder for all of us that when we feel really silly, when it feels really goofy, you go, all right, I'll take a healing on the atheist energy, on the fear of not being powerful enough, and whatever else shows up. Because, oh my goodness, I don't want to miss this stuff. All of these things that are here on the table, we are gifting to the shelters, to the food pantries, to those in service, to the food pantries and the shelters, the people who have collected food, the people who are making the food and serving the food. Earlier today in energetic architecture, we worked on the furniture and the tables, and Joan and I worked on the buildings where the food pantries are. Huge healing team working on all that stuff. So, going back to the claim of truth, to all who know pain, I know you in love. Love, love, love. To all who know fear, I know you in courage. Courage, courage, courage. To all who know deceit, I know you in truth. Truth, truth. And to all who know famine, I see you in plenty, an abundance of all that you are. I know who you are. I know what you are. I know how you serve. We just keep blessing it all. Blessing those people who we're going to see this week. Blessing them, blessing them, blessing their struggles, blessing their pain, blessing their fear, blessing their unworthiness, blessing their anger, blessing their shame, just blessing it, blessing it. And every time we bless it, it starts to transform. The field responds. It starts going up in frequency. And we keep trusting it more. It's an amazing time on the planet. As crazy as it is, as crazy as it looks, you just keep seeing through the crazy, seeing the truth that you just keep speaking. To all who know pain, I know you in love. To all who know fear, I know you in courage. To all who know deceit, I know you in truth. To all who know famine, I see you in plenty. I know who you are. I know what you are. And I know how you serve. I've known you for millennia. I know who you are. I see you. I see you, I see you, I see you. I see you until you can see for yourself. Gather, gather, gather. I see a bunch of you gathering like oranges and grapes and those the gourds and the pumpkins and the corn. All of that is there for you to just keep gathering and trusting that you are gathering it. For all those you know, for all those you don't know, for all those you love, for all those you don't yet know you love. We're creating huge blessings, loading you up with loads of gifts, an abundance of gifts. And a reminder of just how grateful I am for each and every one of you, for every single way you have showed up, for every single text you have sent, for every loving thing you've said, for every not so loving thing you've said. I know who you are. I know what you are. And I know how you serve. You are free, you are free, you are free. How cool is that? Just like that. So our next claim of Truth Healing Circle is going to be on the 9th of December. It's in 2 weeks. Next Monday night, Care is going to be doing the Night of Alchemical Healing in live. And so it's going to be an amazing opportunity. If you all do not participate in any of those things, or you haven't participated in a Night of Alchemical Healing, we call it NOAH for short. Please just do it once. See how amazing it is. And then a reminder to you that the new moon is coming. It's going to be fabuloso, fabulous, fabulous, totally wonderful. And I hope you have an amazing, amazing new moon and an amazing holiday if you are doing Thanksgiving. I hope you know how much you are loved, how grateful I am for you. With that, I seal the field unto the light of that one true source creator God, the one who has all the gifts, all the love, all the amazingness right there for us all. I thank my healing team. I thank all the support teams. And I definitely thank each and every one of you who show up to just be the love, to be the love medicine, to just help me transform the field around us. That's what we do. Love, love, love each and every one of you. I'm so grateful for you. I hope you have a splendid week. Of course, if you need anything, feel free to text me. And thank you, thank you, thank you for all you are, for all you do. I love you guys. With that, I say amen and aho.